God, the English is so hilarious. The Eminence in Shadow is a newly released isekai. Wait, you don't know what an isekai is? Well, let me pull out a definition for you. Yeah, here. MC dies, reincarnates, gets infinite bitches.
Meanwhile,
breaking news! You get no bitches!
But this one's different from the other quintillion copies out there. I'm assuming, I don't watch this shit. The Eminence in Shadow follows a guy called Cid, whose sole purpose in life is to become an anime character. Now before you start projecting yourself in him like you did trying to be the best pirate king in all of the Hidden Leaf Village, Cid is not like you. You fucking nerd. He wants to be an anime background character. What? You mean the one that walks behind the main character? The one that says the one-liners? God forbid. The one who explains everything for 5 minutes straight? Yes, that one. But he's also super OP. So in order to fit into his roleplay, he has to do the most background character shit ever, like getting beaten by his sister, being an incel, simping for 2D fictional anime girls. Huh. I guess you guys do have something in common.
Who here is a Makima fan?
Walk, walk! Walk, walk!
anime was a mistake.
This show is a lot of dumb fun, and part of the reason why it's so good is because it hooks you in immediately with rapid fast pacing and a captivating storyline. What is that storyline? I don't know, Cid just kind of makes it up as it goes. I'm serious. One time he accidentally saves this girl from an evil curse, and when she asks what happened to her, he goes full-on D&D Dungeon Master mode, giving her background lore, character arcs, and villains off the top of his head. And what happens next? He's actually right, everything he says is true. There's no point in trying to understand the plot of this show. Believe me, I tried my absolute best to follow what was going on.
Okay, so Diablos is the ruler of demons with unimaginable power, and the Cult of Diablos...
After a while, I realized, hold up, wait a minute. This is all bullshit. In every single episode, the author just adds more elements to the story so that the thing he mentioned in the previous episodes makes sense. And it's almost always just a way for him to show off Cid's dumb fuckery. It's like waking up from a dream and trying to recount all the bits and pieces you remember, and shoving them all into this one coherent timeline. I personally think the best way to experience this anime is by accepting that you know nothing at all and just going along for the ride. Ever since then, any scene that had anything to do with story building pretty much looked like this for me. I played it in 2x speed. Sure, I would only understand half the shit that's going on, but it's okay because 1, it saves time, and 2, none of this shit's gonna matter after like 5 episodes. Cid is also one of the main reasons why this anime is so fun to watch. He genuinely believes that everyone around him is just going along with his made-up power fantasy. That the people that kidnapped his sister are just regular old bad guys looking to bribe a few coins and schmeckles. It's very funny to me because every time Cid is faced with any trouble, he has to go about it in the most anime way possible. So let's say a bunch of terrorists enter your school. Okay, sorry. Little bit extreme, but just go with it, okay? So let's say a bunch of terrorists enter your school, and you're super OP, so you can probably deal with these guys with your eyes closed, right? Yeah. Wrong. Because you're supposed to be an NPC, and everyone knows that NPCs have to sacrifice their life so that the main character in the story lives. Stop being such a fucking idiot. But what everyone doesn't know is that you secretly survived by rearranging your heart and your organs. How? Don't ask. If you start asking questions, then it's not fun anymore, okay? Great, now it's your turn to discreetly take down the organization from the inside, thus completing your job as the Eminence in Shadow. That makes sense? Of course it fucking doesn't, this guy is insane. Apart from Cid, I think the other characters are fine. I'm sure you'll find that there are only a select few that actually have some depth to their character. Like, I think this girl Alexia is meh, her sister Iris is okay, and Rose is my favorite.
Cid Kagenou.
No. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You're fucking... Damn, I actually hurt my hand fucking doing that. Fuck.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
And then you got the latest villain right now, who's literally a guy called Perv Asshat. I don't know if that's a translation thing or it's actually like that in Japanese. All I know is I'm glad my rival in Pokemon is getting the recognition he deserves. There's also this guy, and this isn't a spoiler. I mean, I guess it's like a minor spoiler, but it's really not that significant. Anyway, there's this guy called I'ma try not to lose, and it's basically like, I'ma try not to lose, because, you know, he tries not to lose. It's a bit of a pun, innit? Other than that, the rest of the girls are extremely one-note and pretty much only serve to fill up Cid's harem. So if you're into that kind of shit, then you can go ahead and go cuckoo bonkers over some anime badonkers. But I think the rest of us, how do you call it? Normal humans would actually appreciate some character development. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I live for this shit. But I know what you're thinking. This shit can't last forever, or else it'd get old real quick and start to get boring. No, you're totally right. The first few episodes of this show is like getting clickbaited by a good YouTube title and thumbnail, but everyone knows you have to make good content in order to keep the audience watching till the end. For now, I still find it enjoyable because aside from all the shenanigans that Cid gets up to, there's been some moments where he sort of steps out from his super OP character persona and he seems to actually care about what the other characters think. I also like that the anime doesn't purely focus on him, but also lets us look at the world from other people's point of view. You know, from the people who actually risk their lives and have stakes to lose. I think every once in a while, it's nice to see Cid fuck around and find out what happens next, because apparently whatever he does moves the plot forward, but knowing what struggles Alexia, Iris, and Rose have gives me a better understanding of the world that they live in. It's more refreshing than anything because it reminds me that, oh yeah, not everyone's like Cid. If they die, they die. And if they're in trouble, they can't just one-shot talk no jutsu bullshit their way out of it. The animation is also pretty good. Again, I don't watch isekai shows, because I have a life, so I most certainly have no clue if this is normal. But from what I've seen, this show knows what it's doing in terms of fight choreography and mixing in CGI pretty seamlessly. I do agree that only time will tell how this show actually turns out, and I saw some people on Reddit saying it gets boring after certain arcs, so that's also a thing. But honestly, who really has time to think about that? Why can't we just enjoy the fun show we've been given and worry about the other shit when we get there? By the time this video comes out, the last episode of the season should be airing the day after. And you best believe I'ma be there to see how everything turns out in the end. Am I gonna look back 20 years from now and remember how entertaining of a show this was? Fuck no, that spot's left for Attack on Titan. But at least I can say right here, right now, that this show was an amusing watch. And in the end, you're gonna grow old, I'm gonna grow old, and possibly even as soon as you finish watching this video, as you click on the next one, you'll have easily forgotten about my existence completely. That's just life. Unless you hit that wonderful subscribe button while leaving a like and comment on this video. That way, we will be together forever.